All right. What's up, YouTube fans? So, you guys asked for it. A lot of you didn't. But season one, very first tier list of the season. I'm loving the game. I know you guys are loving the game. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys like the tier list that I'm about to make. But without further ado, let's stop dragging. Let's get straight into it, guys. Without further ado, we're going to start with Susan and Reed Richards first off the top. This is going to be a tier list that pretty much you guys know how my tier list usually go. We're going to do a tier list with all roles, so tank, strategist, and DPS. So if you guys want to maybe have me do a specific tier list for Vanguard, strategist, whatever in the future, let me know in the comment section below, but let's get straight into it. So Reed Richards, this is going to be an interesting pick. Also, guys, I'm not doing any editing, so if I stumble across my words a whole bunch, then sorry about that. Reed, I don't think Reed is very good. I've only seen, okay, so really quick side tangent. If you guys know me, then you guys know that I usually rank around high diamond, low grandmaster. And since the new season started, that drops us down 7 ranks. So this season I started off at gold 1 and I'm already plat 2, gonna start doing that later on. But in plat 2, there are a bunch of other grandmasters. So when somebody says, oh, this is only gold, oh, this is only silver, you have to keep in mind that that is 7 lower than what their original ranks were. So with that said, against other grandmasters from last season, I don't think Reed is good. I've only seen a couple of good Reeds, and they need to add a part where I'm just going to put him in C tier for now until later on, but they need to add something to where his tank mode, you can tie it to a button. Right now, it's so inconsistent, you might get it and might not even need it for that specific fight. So in order for you to get good value out of it, you have to just hold on and run around and not use it. So that way, when you do get to that 100% on your elasticity, then you can finally do something with it. But that requires you to be very passive and not aggressive. And as a DPS, you need to be consistently aggressive. So right now, I'm just going to put him at C. I don't think he's really good. Susan Storm, on the other hand, she's just gonna go, she is going to, and why can I not freaking grab her? There she goes. She is gonna go straight to S tier. If you know, you know. Her crowd control is amazing. Her being able to alter wherever her enemies and opponents go, that's amazing. She is just outstanding. I don't know. I'm probably going to be one of the first to assume, but I think she's probably going to be an auto ban. I just really think Susan Storm is really good. Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl. Let us put Squirrel Girl in. She's really good because they fixed her ult. And now it tracks and does, if you guys saw my video earlier, you can get a quadruple kill really easy with it, even if other ults are in the way. But she's still the same character. She didn't get a damage buff. She has the same basic kit. So it's if you're on a map where it's a domination map and people are going to be grouped up, then she's still really good. But outside of that, what's that, Yggdrasil, I believe that is the Thor map, she's not really good there because people can just spread out maps. She's not really good. On the brand new map, the vampire map, she's amazing because the whole entire map is just literally nothing but choke points. But aside from that, so I'm just going to put Squirrel Girl in A for now, see where we can go. Bucky's good. If you see a cracked Bucky, then he's always the same exact guy. Let's not even waste time on Bucky. Bucky is going to be A tier because Bucky's just constantly always good. Adam Warlock in the right hand, same as Bucky. In the right hands, he's amazing, but if he's not in the correct hands, then he can be really weak. So I'm actually going to put Adam Warlock in a good middle ground for now. As I'm going, guys, some of these are going to change as I think oh, wait, this guy might be this or that. But for now, this is going to be so far. Black Panther. So Black Panther, to me, if you guys already knew, used to be an S tier. I'm actually going to drop him down for now to, I want to say high B, low A. I guess the tier list is going to grow as we go further, but Black Panther is still good, but they slowed him down. So what he used to be doing amazing is you not being able to track him. Now you can track him and it just isn't the same. And now you just need to be even more cracked to get value out of him. And when you can just do that versus just playing Psylocke or Magic and not needing to be as mechanically inclined to be good, it just drops him. Spider-Man is good, but Spider-Man is the same as always, so I'm always going to have to just put Spider-Man in A. He's really good, but actually, no, I take that back. He's above Adam Warlock, but I'm actually going to put Spider-Man down in B. It's the same concept as Black Panther, but it's always been the same for Spider-Man. You have to do a million buttons just to get one result when you can just play Psylocke or Magic and just do the same exact effort without having to put in as much effort. So Spider-Man is good in the right hands, but I'm putting him middle tier because you need to be like mechanical Jesus to be able to play as him. Black Widow, and I just said Black Widow like this is Overwatch. Black Widow is still not good, but she does have the insta-hit combo, so I'm actually going to put her... She's not better than Strange. I'm going to put her C tier right now. I should also mention that I'm a console player, guys, so me putting a hit scan in C tier probably says that. I know the PC players are probably going wild right now, even though Black Widow sucks on PC as well. But I know there's probably going to be PC players like, oh no, brother, she's a hit scan. Like, why is she in nothing lower than A? I'm on console, guys. Next off, let's do Captain America. Captain America got a buff to his HP and his maneuverability, but he's still just a middle-of-the-road guy, so it's like he's survivable now, but he still doesn't do anything. Like, he's still running around. All they did was make it to where he can run around and just, like, run around faster now and just die less. But he was already dying less and still not getting kills, and he's still not getting kills, so it's like, I don't know. Captain America, I'm going to put... We'll leave him in B tier for now, see how the list goes on. This is actually going to be my first DPS that is S tier, because I just believe Star-Lord, especially in this season where everybody's grouped up now more than ever, Star-Lord is just outstanding. Hulk, don't even got to talk about Hulk. He's automatic S, because the Iron Man Hulk thing, I believe it got nerfed a little bit, but it's still the best freaking... team up in the game. As soon as I get to Iron Man, Iron Man's probably going to be somewhere in like maybe low A tier. I see him peeking into the list right now. Iron Fist. So this is my personal thoughts, but I think that you guys are going to be like, what are you smoking, brother? I believe, let's put Iron Fist in A tier. I'm already know I'm completely wrong. Anybody else would probably put him low A or high B. But I'm putting him high A because there were two particular games in Platinum 3 where I saw an Iron Fist, and this was a really good Iron Man. He was countering the Iron Man nonstop. So he's still going to be a sleeper pick, but I have him for mine in high A. Hawkeye, he is... Let's put him, he has to be above Iron Fist, and he has to be above Penny. But his charge got a little bit slow, but he still has the one-shot potential, so that's still oppressive. Wolverine, S, instant, not even debatable. He's just amazing. The 350 HP buff, he feels like a tank, and if you have any type of consistent heals on him, even if you don't have consistent heals, he just lasts in the fight a lot longer, and he makes Thor and Hulk and Groot's life a living nightmare. Mantis always has to be S. I'm actually going to put her very high S because that boost, just being able to give somebody like Hela and Hawkeye boosts is just intangible to the game. She's probably still going to have a good high win rate, and it's always going to be decent, but I don't know. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting distracted because I see Storm coming up next. Okay, we need to talk about Storm, guys. We need to. Storm is currently meta. So anybody would put her in high A, maybe low S, because she is meta, because the changes that they did to her are fantastic for team play. The problem with that, and why I'm going to put her B tier, is that you need to be good at Storm. Like, just because you pick a player that is meta doesn't mean that you're going to go off with them. Meta just means that's like the basis of where the game is trying to go, and those are usually the players that have the highest win rate. Like, last season, Luna, Snow, Mantis, or if you had the Revive trio of Mantis, Warlock, and Star-Lord, then that was meta because it was just fantastic. The most meta team up, like I already said, Iron Man and Hulk, that was the best team up in the game, so that was meta. If you played Hulk, you had to have an Iron Man or vice versa. I think Captain America was in that as well. Storm is good, but if you are not good as Storm, then she is going to be bad. So Because she's meta, and I'm touching Bucky for some reason. Because she's meta, I'm going to put her very high B, but I'm not putting her any further because there are so many dog water storm mains that just are trash. I think I played 10 games today so far, and I lost only 2, maybe 3 of them, and both times that I lost was because of a terrible storm player, so if that puts it in perspective. Iron Man has to go in high A. I'm not going to put him S, because he still can get just shut down by Hela. Maybe obviously when I get to Diamond and the higher ranks like last season, it's going to be different because we're going to be throwing in hero bans into consideration. But since I don't believe anybody is currently in Diamond, or if they are, they're like super low Diamond, so they don't even get the hero bans in effect, I'm not going to count that for right now. When I do get to Diamond, I will consider hero bans, but for right now, since I'm only like Plat 2, Plat 1, I'm not going to do it. Strange is still very good, even though he got nerfed, but Strange has to be an S tier because he still just controls the game. Don't even have to talk much about him. Hela, you guys already know. Hold on. Very top of S tier. Hela is the best. Doesn't matter what they do to her. As long as she 2-taps people, then she's just going to be amazing. The 15% literally doesn't even feel like anything has changed, and her ult is just amazing. So, like I said, guys, the list is going to be completely different when we get to hero bans, but for right now, we just have to do it like this. Next, Psylocke. Psylocke is good, but Psylocke isn't the best, but she also is the most picked between her and Magic diving DPS. I'm going to put Psylocke above Tony Stark. And yeah, that's actually forming. Actually, no, let me put Squirrel Girl above Bucky because Bucky isn't. Yeah, I'm going to put her right below S because, and when I get to Magic, actually, no, I see Magic right now. I'm going to put Magic right behind Iron Man. Same concept, guys. It's literally just those two. They are the most consistently used and most, I don't think Magic's win rate is that high. I can't remember. I looked at the win rates yesterday. I think her win rate is pretty decent, close to that 50% margin, but you're just going to see the same thing always, guys. It's always going to be a Psylocke or a Magic or a Magic or a Psylocke. And now that Black Panther is worse and you're starting to have to use their simplicity more, then you're just going to see a lot more of them. Namor has to go above Star-Lord. Actually, why do I have Hulk below Star-Lord? Hulk is going to be right there, and actually let's adjust Star-Lord so he's at the bottom of S and put Wolverine right there. So yeah, Hela, yeah, let's actually do it like that. Star-Lord gets to be at the bottom of S, and I really am looking at Star-Lord and Hawkeye right now and not liking that, but it has to stay like that because I don't think Hawkeye cracks S tier because they made him slow. Who was I just on? What was I doing? Namor just, I don't know if they buffed his damage. It feels like, I don't think they did, but it just feels like he did, or maybe because there's less dive threats than the threats that you actually do see, he just does so much more to them. But Namor has always been good, but now he's just incredible. I'm really not liking, as I'm looking this, putting Hawkeye in A. You know what? Yes, let's do that. He has to be above her. Let's do that. Yeah. Because Hawkeye just has to be above Star-Lord. I don't know what I was thinking, but he has to be an S tier. Even though he is slow, he still has the one-shot potential. Like I said, the list is going to change when we get the bans in, but for right now, this is going to be pretty decent. Venom. Let's go down here and put Venom at the bottom of B. Venom is good, but his buffs really didn't do anything. His ult is a little bit better now. You can actually kill people with it now. But because he's this weird hit scan hybrid of melee and hit scan, he has the worst parts of both kits. He has the part where if you attack somebody with your tentacles, it goes directly where you aim like a hit scan, but it's a melee move, so it's short range. But it doesn't hit through shields like a melee move because it's still technically hit scan. So if you miss, you just literally whiff completely. But you get the hit scan critical headshot damage. So it's like, I don't know, he's just not good. And I'm going to be leaving him right there at B because that just is going to be where he's at right now. Let's see, Punisher. Punisher is going to be somewhere in between. Let's put him below Bucky. Actually, no, what am I talking about? Let's put him above Magic. Not better than any of the DPS you see above him, but since they did buff his bullet spread to be shorter and more tight, he is really good at countering the Iron Man. So him and Iron Man being neck and neck, that actually works out pretty good. Moon Knight, it's the same as always. I'm going to put Moon Knight at the bottom of S, but the reason being is because I don't know why people are just not shooting his Ankhs. If you shoot his Ankhs, then he can't get any value, but because you're shooting his Ankhs, because people have not been shooting the Ankhs in the games I've been playing, I'm just going to put him there for now. I don't know if that's like a me issue or something, but I just have not seen a bunch of former Grandmasters shooting at his Ankhs, and he just continues to roll every single game that I play, or if I'm on his team, he rolls on my team. So if we... Actually, no, I'm going to put him in A. If we consider shooting Ankhs, then he is somewhere in like low A. But since I personally have not been seeing anybody shoot the Ankhs, he's going to be in low A because he's just outstanding when people don't shoot at them. As time goes on and people start to like fill out the ranks, that'll change. He's never going to get banned, so I don't even know that's not even really a point. Thor. Streamers really make this look easy, guys. This is not easy just off the top of my head. Thor is going to be in right below Punisher. No, right above Squirrel Girl because magic is still good. Thor is good, great tank. Not much has really even changed on him. He's just a great bruiser tank. It's just that he's entirely map dependent. If it's a game of domination, then he's going to dominate anybody, and he still is the counter to the best tank in the game, which is Strange. So he has to be A tier just off of that. But aside from that, it's not much else. Like, he's just a good tank. Can't really say much about Thor. Loki is good. And completely ignore those two. You guys didn't see that. Loki is good, but there are just so many other better supports that he just doesn't really do much. So his, I was about to say tablets. His runes are still really good. His ability to copy ults is really good, but his healing is trash, even when you have all three aimed perfectly and you're just this aim god Loki. So I'm going to put Loki in C, actually, because when you have a good Loki, you feel it. But on the flip side, when you have a bad Loki, you feel it even worse, if that makes sense, guys. Penny is the people pleaser. Penny is always the same exact every single season. I'm just going to put her somewhere in low A and not even really care about Penny. She's really good until she's not, and when people actually start to focus her, she is very quickly able to fall over. But if people don't focus her, you don't focus her minds, then she becomes bad. So Penny is okay, but I'm just going to put Penny in low A. Groot, I'm actually going to put Groot as right below Squirrel Girl. I'm actually going to put Squirrel Girl above Thor and Magic. Groot is really good, and now that things are really more compact and there's a lot more choke points that people fight in, Groot has more value than ever. I think Groot is slowly going to climb up to S tier, but for right now, I don't know. It's just close to really say right now. Luna Snow, she's going to be right up there. We're going to have three supports at the top of S tier. Luna Snow, you guys already know. Don't even have to really say anything about her. It's the same thing always. Her ult just controls the game. The change that they did to nerf her ult doesn't even matter. It's still the same insane Transcendence ult. Magneto, I actually haven't seen a lot of Magneto, so I'm just going to put him somewhere. I'm going to put him here. I'll put Magneto next to Venom because whatever. Magneto is good. Don't don't have me saying whatever like he's just a throwaway pick. He is good. The problem is there are better tanks. So even though Magneto is good, he has his uses. You can nullify bullets with his ult, and if you combo his ult with Susan Storm's ult, then it just becomes this amazing thing. He is good, but there are just other better tanks. So I'm actually why do I have him? I'm gonna have him low A because he's way better than everybody else that is in B, and he is good. It's just that you just don't see him. This one is about to get me a lot of hate in the community, but I'm going to put Cloak and Dagger right there. Her ult buff is really good. Her heals, she can heal a lot of people at once and not have to aim, but the heals that she put out are slow. And then on top of that, a lot of players, they just like selfishly use the self-sustain for themselves to keep themselves alive versus dive. I know that's more of a player problem, but like it just doesn't in the field. I know that's like a bias and I probably shouldn't be biased on the list, but I just haven't seen really good many Cloak and Daggers. Like you know what she's gonna do. She wants to just farm heals until she gets her ult. She might occasionally pop her little Suzu, but it almost is never on time. So you're just gonna get a lot of very slow healing and maybe a good dome bubble here and there, and then her little 4 ult now. And it's just not, there's other healers that supports that you can play that do a lot more than just that. And another problem is that she only can heal at once or she can only damage at once. She can't do both. So I feel like what's going to happen is that a lot of players that play Cloak and Dagger are going to switch to Susan Storm. Reason being is because now with Susan Storm, you can do damage while you heal at the same time and still have better utility. So I believe that's going to happen. And I think she's just going to fall down low to C. What am I doing on Loki? Loki stays down there. Completely forgot I had a D tier, so I'm actually going to do this quick little pivot real quick, guys. Let's put her there. Do I want to put him there? And then Rocket. Rocket is good. He got a health buff. I'm actually going to put him at the top of B. Rocket is really good at healing and rezzing, especially after his buff, but his damage is negligible. He does like no damage, and if you are doing damage, then there's like nothing that you do with him. Even like really good rockets that aim, if you have like ult like a Luna Snow ult, then you can just go in all in damage. Yeah, sure, that might be good, but on a regular basis he's not good. But because he does give you a res and he does have the combination with Punisher and Bucky, then that is pretty decent. So he's better than Cloak and Dagger, I believe, and Loki, but he's not much better than that. As the season goes on, maybe it'll be a little bit better. Jeff, we are going to throw Jeff in D tier. I really don't want to put Reed Richards in D tier because when he is good, he is good. But like I said earlier, like I haven't seen really many good reads. And if you don't have heals behind him, then he kind of just like falls over. So Reed is going to stay in D. Wanda, for the top of the list, let's put Wanda somewhere in the middle of B. The reason that Wanda is good is because she's a tank melter and she's a backline protector. The problem is that she doesn't do much else outside of that. She's really dependent on like being good, and I'm actually starting to notice that everybody in B tier is the same way. They're really good at doing one thing, but everything else that they do is kind of just so bad that you just kind of like can't pick them unless you're a skilled player. That's a tier list, guys. Let me see if I can like do the little saving thing so you guys can see it in full. Save or download. There we go, guys. That is your season 1 tier list. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys liked it. Let me know if you guys think I am completely tripping on a bunch of these picks. I know this was a long video. They're going to get better as they go on, but I wanted to give you guys an actual video this time so you guys can get my whole thought process on the whole thing. I know there was a lot of stuttering. I need to like get an editor or something, but this is the list, guys. Like and comment, subscribe, all that stuff to the good channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.